Mate, I'm exhausted. But it's a good kind of exhausted, mate. I used to do marathon swimming as a kid. It feels like finishing one of those. Exhausting. Or when I finished university with top honors. Exhausting. Or when I got my forklift license as a teenager. Enthralling. That's right. I'm forklift certified, but I've been hustling, just the biggest undertaking of my life. Please let me show you. I don't shout out my other channels really, like yes, I mention them at the end of the videos and might do a little crossover here or there, but I really do prefer my channels to mature on their own. I mean, it creates a more unique community, and if the channel stinks, you can just close it quietly and no one notices. But mate, it means like a lot of people actually have no idea what I'm up to. So you got this thing, Dank Pods, and the after show, then mate, you got Garbage Time, which is my car thing, which actually used to be my everything channel, and it was actually the plan, just have one other channel. It's why Frank's in there. But now, like, separate channels are better, and that's why I have so many channels now. It wasn't the plan. I have my drum streams, which I've been doing for years now, since 2020. Like, Frank does nothing. And then you got the drum thing, which is like my drum thing. I was a professional drummer before COVID, and like secretly, for the last few years, I've been putting a museum together. Like, I'm a drum historian with a degree in jazz philosophy. That's true. Same with the forklift certification. And I want to preserve and record all these historic instruments and make them free downloads for folks with no like licenses, free use. And in a video where I'm announcing a break and that I'm exhausted, I'm actually officially announcing that I have another channel. Yes, another one. I'm being serious. And yes, it's a gaming one. I love cheap, weird budget games, and I found over 250 of them on Steam for like $5 or less, and one at a time, I'm gonna go through them all and live stream the attempts once a week on Floatplane, edit and upload to YouTube. Speaking of hard work and Floatplane, I'm also announcing the Trash Network. This has been 8 months in the making, working with the Floatplane team closely, and now like all my content is featured on there in its own little sections, mate. My live streams, the VODs are all included too. My favorite feature is that I can upload videos without notifications and secretly put little extras up. So mate, I'm up to 4 drum streams a week, a gaming stream, a slew of active channels have nothing to do with each other, and it's all possible due to just the absolutely massive team around here. You got one of my oldest mates, James, who's here 2 days a week. Mate, he built the streaming dungeon, he hung the fabric for the museum, he's a master mechanic and possibly the smartest man I know. He has a channel fixing his rare video game collection. Def suss that out, hey? And I have my business manager, me mum. She's overqualified for the job. She's worked for like proper sized businesses, and she gets to live semi-retired looking after my Adobe accounts. It's so great to see mum getting to relax near the ocean and just be a phone call away for work stuff. Getting paid in different currencies makes it very complicated, and she connects with financial contractors who help us meet all the corporate tax demands. You know, like, this is a company now. I own a company now. So the actual video making side, you need like a producer, someone to do the writing, the filming, the actual like presenting, the talking, the editing, the thumbnails and titles, as well as like all the uploading, and that's me. And you've met the whole team. I mean, I can do all this thanks to my small team, taking care of the rest and absolutely smashing it. And over the years that I've been doing this, I've been trying to find every little efficiency grab, like swapping to a different operating system, changing video software twice, developing my own specialist hotkeys for my specific editing style, having presets for music like, mate, all my other channels, I just use military march music from the 1920s. Mate, no flashy graphics in my editing style, and it's what I call double D double C. Drag, drop, cut, crop. I don't even know how to use Final Cut properly. Like, I just barged in, made up my own hotkeys because all I do is drag, drop, cut, and crop, so I don't know how to do nearly anything else, and I don't have to. All this is designed around being lightweight and fun to make. Heaps of people say I need to just get an editor so I can go and work on other things, but oh no. Shh, come here, come here. I enjoy making the videos. It's kind of one of my hobbies. It's how all this works. I love every part of this YouTubing process, from the thinking to the doing to the filming to the uploading. And it's why I put so much hard work in. It's so much fun. I'm loving this. And since I brought up me mum, I need to just say, like, you know, big thanks to my hugely supportive parents who just let me have billions of hobbies growing up, let me try anything I wanted to, and out of all of them, I've zeroed in on 4 of them: cars, drums, games, and making videos. That's been me as long as I can remember, and it's how I can speak so passionately about all this. All my channels are filmed in a similar style. The narration and tempo is basically the same, meaning I can do batch editing, and they use the same presets and background music. I nearly never write scripts. I have dot points on a screen for me to yell at, but now I don't even look at those. And for years, I've been working on specialist filming locations here at the warehouse house, so all I need to do is walk up and start filming, and all of a sudden it's a totally different genre, and mate, it's all these efficiencies that add up to the Trash Network. And pulling all this off within a work week, it's all thanks to friends and family. So what a crazy ride, hey? Like, I was almost unemployed in 2020 to now owning a company as CEO with employees and a network of channels with 2 live streams and absolute full creative control. And I need a break. It seems every YouTuber is doomed to burn themselves out, but it's the only way to learn what my limit is, and I found mine. So not just the announcement of a break, which I'll get to, but also the restructuring of how my business is going to work, and I hope everyone is cool with it. I owe my patrons everything, and it's why I developed the after shows as like genuine extra content for them. So keeping the same editing style and pacing, it's a DankPods video, but just a smaller video topic, still stuff I'd love to talk about. But well, when I first started DankPods, I had about 70 video ideas. That's all I could think of. I'm currently up to over 170 after shows. Like, include the main videos I've done about 380 episodes. What? Forgotten how long I've been doing this. Like, 1990 is only 20 years ago, right? But I'm all out of after shows. Mate, I've talked about heaps, like from old newspapers and catalogs, opening nuggets, Frank interviews, some very proud moments like the first ever Kashi specials and nugget dips. I don't just want to make filler content just to shove out, just to, keep my Patreon pay. Like, I'd rather make a drum video or heck, play a hilarious budget Steam game. So unfortunately, the after show's coming to an end. So I understand a lot of you patrons are only there for the extra videos, and so mate, no hard feelings for jumping out. I mean, that's what I promised you, extra videos. Another bummer for patrons is I just can't keep up with messages anymore. I mean, I never advertised that I replied to messages, and it's very overwhelming and stressful anytime I mentioned it. But I always did my best to reach back to as many people as I could, just about everyone. I mean, I'd still miss heaps. Patreon has nearly no tools in its messaging section, so if I read a message, I can't save it or mark it as unread, so good luck finding it again later. I mean, people ask, why don't I just hire someone to read all the messages? Well, it's like, well, one, it's a huge responsibility to take another person's livelihood into my project. 2, it's really expensive, like, oh gosh, the bills I have to pay nowadays. And 3, people are going to be looking for answers that maybe only I have. And so I'm just going to have a middle person going, someone asked this, what do you want to say? And then do it, and then actually make the whole thing slower for more money. But yeah, like the amount of messages I've gone through to see all the lovely things people are writing into my project, which I never thought I'd have this kind of influence, and they're saying all such lovely things, and I know a 30-second message from me will make someone's whole day, and that's a really good vibe trade ratio right there, right? But it just doesn't scale well. When I had 1,000 patrons, it was okay, it was fine. But it's been really hard for a really long time. Like, for ages, I had RSI, repetitive stress injury, so bad in my arms, from typing, I couldn't do my drum streams for months. Like, I had physiotherapy for it and everything. I just need to stop. Thank you for all the super kind messages, though. Sorry that I don't take item donations, but thank you for offering. I don't do sponsor spots, people who reach out making offers. Thank you. I do like to just buy my own video stuff. I mean, the ultimate superpower is if the video winds up stinking, I can just bin it and make something good. All glory for the content. Although one huge bummer is Patreon only offers refunds through the creator, in other words, me. So if folks want their dollar back, I have to go in and do it, and that's how it's been done this whole time. I've asked Patreon, can I opt out of this, as I really don't mind if people want their dollar back. Please, you want your money back? Take it. But Patreon says it's to keep the control with the creator, but now thanks to this, I have no control over it. I can't sift through the billions of messages anymore to find the requests. And look, if you still want to support me, and I really hope you do, I mean, I'd love it if you hopped over to Floatplane. It's where all my content is. I'm sorry it's not cheaper. It's as cheap as I can do it. But again, if you want to leave Patreon, no worries. But if you want to stay in Patreon, cool, thank you. Well, on the topic of money, I know that it's tight everywhere for people, and like folks struggling with the $1 a month thing. And I know that because I'd read the exit polls, and I would personally be refunding folks money as I have. And so I got to do a restructuring. I want to offer as much content as I can for free. So I'm offering all the after shows to everyone to watch right now. It's up. And so with huge difficulty, oh my gosh, collaborating all this into the right orders and things, and it's the complete DankPod series with the after shows inbuilt, all in order. You can go and watch them right now. So you can watch all of it up to season 3, and which I think is about a 50-hour binge. so much rendering. I mean, we're in season 4 currently, and so the after shows will be released at the end of the year. It'll happen, like, I swear, it's a lot of work. And mate, it's all time-stamped too. My gosh, this took ages. And I understand a lot of folks are going to bail out of Patreon, and like, Flowplane streams are a really hard sell, especially when the polished final product is being offered for free. In my after shows, I've always harped on about like turning off mid-roll ads and being proud of it, like, so you'll hear it in all the videos because you can go and watch them now they've been released. I know it's going to annoy a whole bunch of people, but I'm going to flick them on, sorry. I mean, it's absolutely no plans on sponsors, and nothing against people that use sponsors. YouTubing's terrifying, you don't know if you're going to be deleted one day, but I never enjoyed doing sponsor spots. I think I did 2 of them, and it was just super annoying. Look, I just don't want to put the weight of my company on people's backs to donate when money is so tight everywhere. I was listening to the radio recently, and they were doing a competition. This is no lie. Like when I was a kid, it was usually like a prize of 10 grand or like 50 grand, right? And I'm not kidding, when the prize was to have all your monthly bills paid. And the people lost their minds when they won. Like, this is the world at the moment. It's how much bills are. I don't own a home or this warehouse. I'm a renter, baby. Because, yeah, prices are nuts. So I'm going to be offering more content for free. And I just hope you don't mind the mid-rolls. It's been a lot of planning these last years to get such a small business to this kind of output. What? The hardest part of Dank Pods was finding all the weird stuff I want to yell at. And honestly, I have just about all the vintage stuff I want to yell at. The hardest part of Garbage Time was putting the workshop together. Now we just park cars in and start ripping it apart. Hardest part of the drum stream was the bunker and finding 400 meme songs to play along to. Now I just walk in 15 minutes before, sit down and play. And mate, the hardest part of my new gaming channel was like finding 45 minutes spare time to browse Steam with the presets set to the minimum and just getting all the funniest ones I could find. It's all set up. I just walk in, sit down, and have fun. But time for that breather I've been talking about. I'm taking 3 weeks off. I'm actually off to Canada to be a part of LTX. I've never been overseas before, so I can't wait to be jet lagged to oblivion, being 15 hours out of sync. It's why I have no streaming schedules yet on Floatplane, as I'm not around at the moment. Great planning for a launch, hey, announce it then leave. So thank you for changing my and my family's life. I can't wait to come back refreshed and ready to absolutely pound out videos. It's all set up, ready to go. I'm sorry to be so hard to get in contact with. I'm just busy with too many videos to make. I'm cursed with wanting to do too many things. You haven't even seen my telescopes yet. I wish I'd learned how to sing and a language. I'm doomed to just want to do too many things. But I'm sorry for not being on socials or Discord or anything. I mean, there's so many fake bot accounts of me out there on every platform. Look, mate, it's not me. You know how you know? I'm here being a dingus making vids. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching and supporting me. Huge thanks to my patrons, especially these stinky names right here, because, mate, I'll always scroll their names on my $10 Dank Pod patrons. But if you want extra videos, mate, go and binge watch the 50 hours worth of, like, tied together video of my videos with the after shows in there. They're yours. You can have them. Like, playlist link below. Sus My Game thing. They're brand new videos. It's new channel. There's no views, right? Heaps of VODs on Floatplane, and I hope you guys give it a try. Like, jump in for a month and then bail out again. Even though, like, I won't be there for the whole month. But thanks so much, and mate, I'll see yous in a while.